Chapter 11. The leaders of the people were already living in Jerusalem, so the rest of the people drew lots to get 1 out of 10 to move to Jerusalem, the holy city, while the other 9 remained in their towns. The people applauded those who voluntarily offered to live in Jerusalem. These are the leaders in the province who resided in Jerusalem, some Israelites, priests, Levites, temple staff, and descendants of Solomon's slaves lived in the towns of Judah on their own property in various towns. Others from both Judah and Benjamin lived in Jerusalem. From the family of Judah, Athiah, son of Uzziah, the son of Zechariah, the son of Amariah, the son of Shephatiah, the son of Mahalalel. From the family line of Perez, Maaseiah, son of Baruch, the son of Calhozah, the son of Heziah, the son of Adiah, the son of Joiarib, the son of Zechariah, the son of the Shilonite. The descendants of Perez who lived in Jerusalem numbered 468 valiant men. From the family of Benjamin, Sallu, son of Meshullam, the son of Joed, the son of Pedaiah, the son of Koliah, the son of Maaseiah, the son of Ithael, the son of Jeshiah, and his brothers Gabai and Salai, 928 men. Joel, son of Zichri, was their chief, and Judah, son of Hasenuah, was second in command over the city. From the priests, Jediah, son of Joiarib, Jachin, Sariah, son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Meriath, the son of Ahitub, supervisor of the temple of God, along with their associates responsible for work in the temple, 822 men. Also, Adiah, son of Jeroham, the son of Pelaliah, the son of Amzai, the son of Zechariah, the son of Pashur, the son of Melchijah, and his associates who were heads of families, 242 men. Amashai, son of Azarel, the son of Azai, the son of Meshillemoth, the son of Immer, and his associates, all valiant men, 128 men. Their commander was Zabdiel, son of Haggedolim. From the Levites, Shemaiah, son of Hashab, the son of Azrikam, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Bunai, Shabbathiah and Jozabad, 2 of the leaders of the Levites who were in charge of the outside work of the temple of God. Mattaniah, son of Micah, the son of Zabdi, the son of Asaph, the director who led in thanksgiving and prayer. Bakbukiah, second among his associates, and Abda, son of Shemua, the son of Galal, the son of Jeduthun. The Levites in the holy city totaled 284. From the security guards, Akub, Talmon, and their associates who kept watch over the gates, 172 men. The rest of the Israelites, priests, and Levites were in all the towns of Judah, each on his own family property. The temple staff lived on the hill Ophel. Zihah and Gishpa were responsible for them. The chief officer over the Levites in Jerusalem was Uzzi, son of Bani, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Mattaniah, the son of Micah. Uzzi was one of Asaph's descendants, singers who led worship in the temple of God. The singers got their orders from the king, who drew up their daily schedule. Pethahiah, son of Meshezabel, a descendant of Zerah, son of Judah, represented the people's concerns at the royal court. Some of the Judeans lived in the villages near their farms: Kiriath Arba, Hebron and suburbs, Dibon and suburbs, Jekabzeel and suburbs, Jeshua, Meloda, Beth Pelet, Hazar Shual, Beersheba and suburbs, Ziklag, Mekona and suburbs, En Rimmon, Zorah, Jarmuth, Zanoah, Adullam and their towns, Lachish and its fields, Azekah and suburbs. They were living all the way from Beersheba to the valley of Hinnom. The Benjaminites from Geba lived in Michmash, Aijah, Bethel and its suburbs, Anathoth, Nob and Ananiah, Hazor, Ramah and Gittaim, Hadid, Zeboim, and Neballat, Lod and Ono in the valley of the craftsmen. Also, some of the Levitical groups of Judah were assigned to Benjamin. Chapter 12. These are the priests and Levites who came up with Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, and with Jeshua, Sariah, Jeremiah, Ezra, Amariah, Malach, Hattush, Shechaniah, Rehum, Meremoth, Iddo, Ginnathan, Abijah, Mijamin, Moadiah, Bilgah, Shemaiah, Joyrib, Jediah, Sallu, Amok, Hilkiah, and Jediah. These were the leaders of the priests during the time of Joshua. And the Levites, Jeshua, Binnui, Kadmiel, Sherebiah, Judah. Mattaniah, with his brothers, was in charge of songs of praise, and their brothers, Bakbukiah and Uni, stood opposite them in the services of worship. Jeshua fathered Joachim, Joachim fathered Eliashib, Eliashib fathered Joiada, Joiada fathered Jonathan, and Jonathan fathered Jaddua. During the time of Joachim, these were the heads of the priestly families. Of the family of Sariah, Moriah, of Jeremiah, Hananiah, of Ezra, Meshullam, of Amariah, Jehohanan, of Malach, Jonathan, of Shechaniah, Joseph, of Haram, Adnah, of Miramoth, Helkai, of Iddo, Zechariah, of Ginnathan, Meshullam, of Abijah, Zichri, of Meniamin and Moadiah, Piltai, of Bilgah, Shemua, of Shemaiah, Jehonathan, of Joyrib, Mattaniah, of Jediah, Uzzi, of Sallu, Kalai, of Amok, Eber, of Hilkiah, Hashabiah, and of Jediah, Nethanel. During the time of Eliashib, Joiada, Johanan, and Jaddua, the Levites were registered as heads of families. During the reign of Darius the Persian, the priests were registered. The Levites who were heads of families were registered in the book of the Chronicles until the time of Johanan, son of Eliashib. These were Hashabiah, Sherebiah, and Jeshua, son of Kadmiel. Their brothers stood opposite them to give praise and thanksgiving, one side responding to the other, as had been directed by David, the man of God. The security guards included Mattaniah, Bakbukiah, Obadiah, Meshullam, Talmon, and Akub. They guarded the storerooms at the gates. They lived during the time of Joachim, son of Jeshua, the son of Josadak, the time of Nehemiah the governor, and of Ezra, the priest and scholar. Dedication of the wall. When it came time for the dedication of the wall, they tracked down and brought in the Levites from all their homes in Jerusalem to carry out the dedication exuberantly. Thanksgiving hymns, songs, cymbals, harps, and lutes. The singers assembled from all around Jerusalem, from the villages of the Netophathites, from Beth Gilgal, from the farms at Geba and Asmaveth. The singers had built villages for themselves all around Jerusalem. The priests and Levites ceremonially purified themselves. Then they did the same for the people, the gates, and the wall. I had the leaders of Judah come up on the wall, and I appointed 2 large choirs. One proceeded on the wall to the right, toward the dug gate. Hashiah and half the leaders of Judah followed them, including Azariah, Ezra, Meshullam, Judah, Benjamin, Shemaiah, and Jeremiah. Some of the young priests had trumpets. Next, playing the musical instruments of David, the man of God, came Zechariah son of Jonathan, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Mattaniah, the son of Micaiah, the son of Zachar, the son of Asaph, and his brothers Shemaiah, Azarel, Milalai, Gilalai, Mai, Nethanel, Judah, and Hanani. Ezra the scholar led them. At the fountain gate they went straight ahead, up the steps of the city of David, using the wall stairway above the house of David to the water gate on the east. The other choir proceeded to the left. I and half of the people followed them on the wall from the Tower of Furnaces to the broad wall, over the Ephraim gate, the Jeshanah gate, the fish gate, the Tower of Hananel, and the Tower of the 100, as far as the sheep gate, stopping at the prison gate. The 2 choirs then took their places in the temple of God. I was there with half of the officials, along with the priests Eliakim, Maaseiah, Meniamin, Micaiah, Elionai, Zechariah, and Hananiah with their trumpets. Also Maaseiah, Shemaiah, Eleazar, Uzzi, Jehohanan, Malchijah, Elam, and Ezer. The singers, directed by Jezrahiah, made the rafters ring. That day they offered great sacrifices, an exuberant celebration because God had filled them with great joy. The women and children raised their happy voices with all the rest. Jerusalem's jubilation was heard far and wide. That same day, men were appointed to be responsible for the storerooms for the offerings, the firstfruits, and the tithes. They saw to it that the portion directed by the revelation for the priests and Levites was brought in from the farms connected to the towns. Judah was so appreciative of the priests and Levites and their service. They, along with the singers and security guards, had done everything so well, conducted the worship of their God and the ritual of ceremonial cleansing in a way that would have made David and his son Solomon proud. That's the way it was done in the olden days, the days of David and Asaph, when they had choir directors for singing songs of praise and thanksgiving to God. During the time of Zerubbabel and Nehemiah, all Israel contributed the daily allowances for the singers and security guards. They also set aside what was dedicated to the Levites, and the Levites did the same for the Aaronites. Chapter 13. Also on that same day, there was a reading from the book of Moses in the hearing of the people. It was found written there that no Ammonite or Moabite was permitted to enter the congregation of God, because they hadn't welcomed the people of Israel with food and drink. They even hired Balaam to work against them by cursing them. But our God turned the curse into a blessing. When they heard the reading of the revelation, they excluded all foreigners from Israel. Sometime before this, Eliashib the priest had been put in charge of the storerooms of the temple of God. He was close to Tobiah and had made available to him a large storeroom that had been used to store grain offerings, incense, worship vessels, and the tithes of grain, wine, and oil for the Levites, singers, and security guards, and the offerings for the priests. When this was going on, I wasn't there in Jerusalem. In the 32nd year of Artaxerxes, king of Babylon, I had traveled back to the king. But later, I asked for his permission to leave again. I arrived in Jerusalem and learned of the wrong that Eliashib had done in turning over to him a room in the courts of the temple of God. I was angry, really angry, and threw everything in the room out into the street, all of Tobiah's stuff. Then, I ordered that they ceremonially cleanse the room. Only then did I put back the worship vessels of the temple of God, along with the grain offerings and the incense. And then I learned that the Levites hadn't been given their regular food allotments. So the Levites and singers who led the services of worship had all left and gone back to their farms. I called the officials on the carpet. Why has the temple of God been abandoned? I got everyone back again and put them back on their jobs so that all Judah was again bringing in the tithe of grain, wine, and oil to the storerooms. I put Shelemiah the priest, Zadok the scribe, and a Levite named Pedaiah in charge of the storerooms. I made Hanan, son of Zachar, the son of Mattaniah, their right-hand man. These men had a reputation for honesty and hard work. They were responsible for distributing the rations to their brothers. Remember me, O my God, for this. Don't ever forget the devoted work I have done for the temple of God and its worship. During those days, while back in Judah, I also noticed that people treaded wine presses, brought in sacks of grain, and loaded up their donkeys on the Sabbath. They brought wine, grapes, figs, and all kinds of stuff to sell on the Sabbath. So I spoke up and warned them about selling food on that day. Tyrians living there brought in fish and whatever else, selling it to Judeans, in Jerusalem, mind you, on the Sabbath. I confronted the leaders of Judah. What's going on here? This evil, profaning the Sabbath. Isn't this exactly what your ancestors did? And because of it, didn't God bring down on us in this city all this misery? And here you are adding to it, accumulating more wrath on Jerusalem by profaning the Sabbath. As the gates of Jerusalem were darkened by the shadows of the approaching Sabbath, I ordered the doors shut and not to be opened until the Sabbath was over. I placed some of my servants at the gates to make sure that nothing to be sold would get in on the Sabbath day. Traders and dealers in various goods camped outside the gates once or twice, but I took them to task. I said, "You have no business camping out here by the wall. If I find you here again, I'll use force to drive you off." And that did it. They didn't come back on the Sabbath. Then I directed the Levites to ceremonially cleanse themselves and take over as guards at the gates to keep the sanctity of the Sabbath day. Remember me also for this, my God. Treat me with mercy according to your great and steadfast love. Also in those days, I saw Jews who had married women from Ashdod, Ammon, and Moab. Half the children couldn't even speak the language of Judah. All they knew was the language of Ashdod or some other tongue. So I took those men to task, gave them a piece of my mind, even slapped some of them and jerked them by the hair. I made them swear to God, don't marry your daughters to their sons, and don't let their daughters marry your sons, and don't you yourselves marry them. Didn't Solomon, the king of Israel, sin because of women just like these? Even though there was no king quite like him, and God loved him and made him king over all Israel, foreign women were his downfall. Do you call this obedience? Engaging in this extensive evil, showing yourselves faithless to God by marrying foreign wives? One of the sons of Joiada, the son of Eliashib the high priest, was the son-in-law of Sanballat the Horonite. I drove him out of my presence. Remember them, O my God, how they defiled the priesthood and the covenant of the priests and Levites. All in all, I cleansed them from everything foreign. I organized the orders of service for the priests and Levites so that each man knew his job. I arranged for a regular supply of altar wood at the appointed times and for the first fruits. Remember me, O my God, for good.